you win. When you are getting ready to go to that scrum, did you know that you were about to unload all of this, or is it just something in the moment that kind of took over you? Perhaps?
No, getting out there and seeing, reporters that report shit about you like it's fact without ever checking with you to see if stuff happened, who are openly friends with other wrestlers. It's just fucking high school. It's high school, cliquey, mean girls, drama bullshit. And I get there and I see these goofs, and I just, lose my temper. Top 3 CM Punk promos though.
jaBROni, jaBROni, ABC. Oh, it doesn't matter how you spell jaBROni.
Nah, we don't believe you, jaBROnis. Nah, we don't believe you, jaBROnis. Nah, we don't believe you, jaBROnis.
See these goofs.
Oh, Phil, thank you.
The replay of just these goofs is probably the best thing about this show. I knew it was coming, and I'm just like, yeah.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the jaBROnis, the pre-show here, basically, to Clash at the Castle going down in about, let's say what, like about 2 hours here?
Just about.
So if you're hopping in on the YouTube or X, wherever, getting ready for the show, what's going on? Welcome back. Mike Butler over there. I'm Topher McCann. We're going to talk some wrestling, the week that was. We'll get into jaBROni of the week later on. We'll talk about Castle. We got 5 matches coming up. We're gonna talk. We'll give our picks. But where should we start at? What's the big news this week? There's companies working together.
Yeah, lots of companies working together, I feel like, Actually, it's like one company working with both companies. Because, I mean, you got WWE and TNA, and then on TNA, there was like an Edge reference. So I don't know if that's really TNA working with AEW or TNA working with, like, Edge, So, like, I don't know. But either way, it's kind of exciting, and it's kind of fun. And I may watch NXT for the first time ever next week.
Ever?
Well, not ever. I'm sorry, but like in a while. I'm sorry. I'm super excited about everything going on with TNA.
Did you see? There was last night. I mean, anyone pay-per-view last night? Did you see the return?
I did not see anything about.
Did you see? Jeff Hardy made his way back
to TNA?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
He'll help out his brother. I didn't get to watch the event. This is again me following it through X. I saw the return. I know Moose retained, but yeah, Jeff Hardy contract expire with AEW, shows up in TNA. He didn't take his good old time like his AEW debut. Remember when he?
Oh, good. No, great. He learned from his mistakes.
They had like a whole he debuted and did like the whole like Peacemaker opening basically before he went down to help his brother. Not so much this time. He had the chair and he went got right in there, right in the business. But yeah, I mean, Jordan Grace was on. Was it Battleground list?
Yes, which also like kind of disappointed, and like so I actually tuned in. I had planned all month to tune into Battleground, right? Because I was so intrigued by the concept of being at the UFC, what do they call it, the Apex or whatever. Thinking that all these NXT matches were going to take place in an octagon, and the fact that they didn't fucking kind of upset me a little bit. So I turned it off.
Yeah, they definitely should have been more specific about that one.
You had an NXT Underground match, and like you just fucking throw it in an octagon, dude. I'm sure there's like 12 of them in that building. Fucking
just one. I mean, I thought we were gonna have a fight pit. That's all. There's no DC.
Yeah, but
fine, whatever.
Fucking fight pit. Fucking shit.
All right, so we touched on this. Did you watch some AEW this week?
Well, hold on. I mean, if we're gonna talk about, I mean, you know, Cody was on NXT and he announced a battle royal next week where he teased that other people from different locker rooms are going to be coming in. And I'm like, everybody is saying Joe Hendry, you know, and I'm like, it needs to be Joe fucking Hendry. Like, he's not here. And it upsets me every time I say it. It's
Just
just
said his
not-
name. He may appear.
I know.
Better watch
He's
out,
not
man.
fucking here. And, you know, they're doing little teases. They're doing little teases on NXT. And even Pat McAfee dropped it too. You know, say his name and he'll appear. Like talking about other people though. So I gotta assume that Joe Hendry is going to be in this battle royal. Maybe even the Hardys will be in this battle royal. Could you imagine that? How about that? That'd be something. The Hardy Boys on NXT.
Why did I wanted to mention the AEW thing to you because you brought it right back to NXT. You saw their because I don't know. I feel like I missed part of. Oh, I'll tell you what happened with I shut Dynamite off after the opening segment, but I don't know if it was touched on or they tried to take a shot back. But they definitely did that backstage segment with Cody on NXT with
Ethan.
Spears.
It was Ethan, Ty. Well, not Ty. I'm sorry, Sean Spears, Ethan Page, and Lexus
King.
Yes. What did they do on AEW?
No, that's what I was saying. Was there? Was there any like?
Oh no, yeah, no, I didn't. I did not bother watching AEW.
I figured if shots were fired back or anything, but I thought maybe I would have actually seen about it because I remember I watched the opening with Swerve, and then the Bucks and all them came out, tried to get them to be in blood and guts with them.
How'd that work out?
And then I got it, and then I saw that there was a towards the end I saw there was a face off with Strickland and Ospreay for their titles, and Ospreay snatched that title off of Strickland, threw it up there.
Snatched it like Roman and Brock style.
They didn't like tug of war. It was more, it was a clean snag over the shoulder. They let them do it, and then they danced to Uptown Funk for 5 minutes, and they went off the air. That was
a joke.
No, that was a reference to something that they did. Like this is like,
all right, yeah, no, you're gonna miss me with all those references because I didn't watch.
It'll pop up sometimes on X for you. You'll see that they had a match and had a dance battle to Uptown Funk. I'm assuming when Uptown Funk came out, so I'm guessing over about 10 years, probably now at this point.
Wow.
Short-haired, baby face, like cleanly shaven Swerve.
On to my next match, by the way.
All right. Fill them in. Fill them in. What we got.
I suck at making picks, basically, right? So, I thought, and I hate that I thought of it like on my way home from work today, but I thought of firing up the old 2K game and just watching the matches take place for today, and I will pick the winners of each match. The first match that I did, I mean, I guess I'll just wait until we are into that section to make my whole picks, but the first match that I did was the tag team title match, the women's tag team title match, and it ended in a draw. So I got to make my own pick. But I just did Sammy and Chad, and I'm not going to say anything, but we do have a winner in that one.
Was there shenanigans? Do you see anything? Are you watching it, or is it just
No, I'm watching. No, yeah, I'm watching it as we go on here, and there was no shenanigans.
There's no shenanigans.
No shenanigans.
Was Alpha Academy ringside? Or
I didn't think to put them at ringside, so no, they were not.
All right, these are just when you're testing, like betting strategies and factoring in probability, starting pitchers, and all the the outside things before you make an educated guess, a hypothesis, if you will, right?
Very good.
Oh my God.
Very good word.
All right. Our analytites. And this isn't even like Butler bracketology or anything.
Yeah, man, that's pretty nuts. That's crazy.
We're craving for some. We have any more tournaments coming around. I know we had King of the Ring.
We fucking missed. We missed tournament season with the King and Queen of the Ring.
We really did.
That was fucking rough. That was rough.
We were monking it up.
RUFF. That was a busy time. And also, I didn't think the King and Queen of the Ring were that exciting. I just remember constantly falling asleep during Raw every week of the tournament.
Well, Queen Nia, what are we doing? Are you disrespecting Queen Nia?
Kinda, yeah.
God damn it! What about Gunther? King Gunther.
I love Gunther. You know, like you don't need the King of the Ring though. Like he's gonna be great with or without that crown. And they don't even fucking wear. He didn't even. I don't think he wore the crown once. He fucking carried it, and it made him look.
He's not wearing that.
Yeah, but don't carry it.
It's interesting to see what they're
carry something if you can put it on your fucking head. Do you see me like walking around with my fucking hat?
You could.
I could.
He's gonna just like
you can doesn't mean you should.
Is he just gonna like tread water for the next?
Let Drew and Damian and whoever else is involved fucking handle their shit, and then like there's no like I don't know. I don't want to. I'll get into it again later, but like Gunther just lay low until SummerSlam, basically.
Well, he has like that stipulation for SummerSlam really kind of. You get the shot at SummerSlam.
Why would he resurface?
Yeah, we have 2 premium live events in between all of this before we even get to it. One of them being one that I like. If they do at the top 5 shows, even Money in the Bank, pretty big show. As you can see, the briefcase can change the trajectory of things very quickly. So I kind of consider that one of the big top ones. Even still, I dog Survivor Series all the time. So
I mean, I think Money in the Bank is a little bit higher than Survivor Series. I think, although Survivor Series has returned to a little bit of relevancy with War Games being added, and that was a must-miss pay-per-view at one point.
Yeah, I could be totally eating my words for this year's Survivor Series because I mean it has the potential to be one of the best. Maybe
we'll see. Don't be hyping it up too much, okay?
Oh,
where's it at? Isn't it somewhere big?
I don't. Where they are? I guess they had to already announce where it is. I know SummerSlam's in Cleveland. What's our status? What's your status on,
bro? Just you know what my status is already.
Tickets are available.
Just I don't want to disappoint anybody on the air. All right, just
tickets are available, very very cheap. I get tickets. Also tickets to a beautiful baseball game. I believe the Guardians taking on the Baltimore O's like at 1 o'clock. And back Sunday night.
In preparation, I did take a vacation that week. So I will give you a definite answer if you need one at a certain date. But right now,
I pulled tickets are there. I like I said, I've just tried to get into the building, and they got tickets for like $50-$60 in the building. So
maybe I can. I know that I don't think she'd be watching since we're live. She's busy right now, but maybe this is like a nice little Father's Day gift. Let me go to SummerSlam.
'Tis the season. And don't want, and again, tickets are all me. You don't have to worry about anything. You just go. Have a good time.
You're too cute. You're too cute. You're too cute.
Tickets are all me. But yeah, we need to try to make that work. Because it's going to be good. I'm just thinking about the card and potentially.
What would be the game plan? Would it be leaving Saturday? Like leaving to Cleveland Saturday, or
if we could, if you were like, we could, if we got a spot, we could leave Friday mid-afternoon, get there late Friday, get into like if we get an Airbnb, hotel, whatever we decide, check into that, and then we wake up Saturday. We're there. The show's Saturday night, so really just have like the day to kind of just
chill,
kick it, and then go to the show, go back to the spot, wake up, check out of the wherever we're at. If we want, shoot over, catch the ball game. Done by like 4, hit the road. Back before midnight. Ideally. Sounds good on paper. Good old road trip. Might have a new pickup truck by that time.
Wow.
We're making moves. We're making moves. Making it happen. But that's like well, no, because this one didn't even. That's a couple premium live events away. We'll get there.
I'd
Did you
have
find
to-
out where Survivor Series is?
No, they don't have the information, actually, believe it or not.
They didn't release it. We know Mania is in Vegas next year, which I kind of want to go to already as well. But because actually, speaking of, because we saw this right here, The Rock said we're on the 1 yard line to create the biggest WrestleMania match of all time in 2025. I think The Rock like lost his elbow this week or something. I saw at some point.
He had a nice bruise.
Yeah, it was, but yeah, it seems like that's potentially where they're. I don't know. I saw a picture of Roman surface recently. I kind of just did my Wolverine meme with it and just kind of like rubbed my phone. My sweet Roman, I miss you so much. But I hope when they circle back to that whole storyline, they don't kind of like force it when like the way they did with The Rock the first time around. So what's your thoughts on this before we get into more the current bloodline situation? Like, I feel like I was getting some we're getting blown up here. What is this?
So, you can hear that?
Oh, I can hear it all. We're getting dings. I probably should have said something sooner.
It's I'm trying to make it happen.
Oh, they're good dings then. Everyone has to deal with the dings.
They're not great dings.
Oh shit! All right.
Some convincing needs to be done.
We need to do some courting.
I mean, yeah, a little bit.
We'll take her out to lunch.
You gotta take the kid. We might have to bring Sophia to Cleveland.
I mean, hey, we could dress her up like Cody, dude. We can use her as a pawn.
Yeah.
This is not. I mean, this could be like Weekend at Bernie's, but like Sophia's Bernie.
Yeah, kind of. It could be that. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, I was thinking about bringing my son originally, but I think I was going to do that. We're going to try to do something like this in the future, just the solo one-on-one thing. This I figured could just be shenanigans, but it could also be shenanigans with Sophia, Queen Sophia. Obviously, that would be fantastic.
It'd be her first show. It'd be her first show.
Dress her up like Cody, but she also hates like men, so she.
Yeah, and she doesn't like loud crowds either. And if she can't handle a Phillies game loud crowd, I don't think she'd be able to handle Cleveland
Stadium.
crowd. Yeah.
I mean, but we could dress her up like Cody and put those like ear muffins on her that like block the noise out, and people be like, "Ah!" And they're like,
and she'd probably freak out that she can't hear anything. She likes to hear, but she doesn't like to hear a lot. You know, it's weird.
Passing her forward until she gets to Cody after, and he'll like put her on the ring. Ah.
Yeah.
And Dana will be watching from home, like, "That's my daughter." See. We're getting live reactions here from.
Shut the fuck up.
We're getting live. We're pausing everything here just for live reaction talk. All right, what are we getting into? Return start. Randy Orton returned last night. He helped out Kevin Owens. Contracts expiring. We had Ricochet kind of expectedly after all written off of television this week, and then Ospreay was posting somewhere where he walked past like a pillar that said Ricochet on it, and so I guess we're teasing the Ricochet in AEW. So I guess that's cool.
I'm gonna refill real quick. Be right back.
Refill it up. All right. And while he's gone, we'll talk about, did anyone see Podcast Taker? Everyone knows Podcast Taker. He returned at WrestleMania. I was there this WrestleMania, and Podcast Taker, the lights went out, and then Podcast Taker showed up, and we're like, oh shit, it's Podcast Taker. Where's Stone Cold? Podcast Taker chokeslam. He's out. So on Taker's Podcast Taker said that I don't know if Tony Khan is the right person to run AEW. I hope they get it together. So Podcast Taker taking shots at AEW. This was like a Q&A on Podcast Taker's Patreon, which I didn't know existed. So
Who the fuck is Podcast Taker?
you meant, yeah. So I was just saying that that's like, there's all the iterations of Undertaker, the Phenom, Biker, but when he came back at WrestleMania, that was like Podcast Taker, and that's what we have. That's the iteration that we have right now of the Undertaker is Podcast Taker.
Oh, Podcast Taker. Okay,
Yeah, his look and everything. It's just like, you guys ready to do a podcast? That's the Taker that we have right now. And whenever we see him, that's what we got. That's his going out. Wow, this chair just lowered. You guys want to see this chair that I'm sitting in for my rig system right now? I mean, obviously, if you're listening, you can't. But I have this little pink chair that's my
very cute.
daughter's that I had to, because the studio section is getting currently worked on with electricities and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So Ricochet in AEW is the last thing I heard.
Yeah, it's. I mean, not.
I feel like there's more to it. I don't know. I don't think he's 100% done with WWE. I don't know. I have a feeling. Usually I'm like I know, but like it's just something about his exit, and I feel like I read something to. I don't know. I just.
Yeah, there was some report out there that he could have like a one-off still, like come back for something and pull like a, I don't know, like a Heath Slater, Drew McIntyre COVID moment or something. But I mean, his fiance works. The only thing, and that's just me, if I was in a new relationship and engaged to get married, I would want to be with that person. So I feel, but again, I don't know that I have no information on a deal or a contract. Shit, I mean, AEW, I mean, dude could show up twice and film for, because they do a bunch of crazy shit over there. So maybe the workload will be less, and he goes and has a lot more free time, and then he can. I don't know. I don't know how those contract negotiations go.
It's interesting.
I would just assume that I would want to travel, but also you could hate your wife, I guess, too. I guess maybe some people wouldn't want to travel and be with their fiance. I have no idea. I'm just going off of what I would be like, man, I work at this company. My wife, fiance works here.
They all got to be sick of that, though. They got to be sick of that. I don't know. Like, I mean, who doesn't want... Might be setting myself up here. I don't know.
Watch your words.
Some people likes to have space from other people.
This is true, but again, they're like This is like fiance. This isn't like married. This isn't like I'm going on like 15 years this year married. They're like fresh and new into this. This is I feel like that would be like a deal breaker if I was just with this person that I want to marry. I would be like, I don't want to leave and be away from this person. Again, in hindsight, though, I don't give a shit at all. I'm just kind of, I don't know why I'm trying to be like Dr. Phil with their relationship bullshit. Regardless, Ricochet is super talented, and whatever he does, I'm sure that will be. I feel like we know what he's going to do, and that's fine. If you want to do that, you do your thing. Where are we at on these Uncle Howdy? These QR codes, isn't it? We're counting down to Raw, right?
Counting down to Raw Monday night, 8 o'clock, I guess.
So everyone's hyped about it. We're just going to start getting like vignettes now, probably, right? We're not.
No, shut the fuck up. It better not. If they start just airing vignettes on Monday, I'm gonna laugh, but also be pissed because I have been on the edge of my seat for a lot of these. I just cautiously optimistic is my mindset right now. I think that's where I'm at. Cautiously optimistic. I think, like, are we gonna get multiple people on Monday, or are we just gonna get Bo? Motherfucker. Are we gonna get the whole crew? I don't even know who the crew is. So, and the scary part is, I haven't, like, I know I blocked all like wrestling dirt sheets and shit, but like I haven't heard anything about members. So I don't know.
Oh,
if
you
that's
haven't?
No. Like
Okay,
I
so
know I know the obvious suspects. Like I've heard Eric Rowan, I've heard Braun Strowman, I've heard Alexa Bliss, but like those are like super obvious. But nothing like I haven't read anything that's like definitely confirmed or nothing. You know,
It seems like I won't tell you. You could scope it. It seems like the members are confirmed, and you named one of them out of the one.
I named one of them. That's pretty wild. Okay, like I heard a couple other guys too. Like who's that guy in NXT? Joe Gacy. I heard a lot of theories. You know,
so thrown to you a little bit. You're getting some of the tidbits.
Yeah. So I'm very intrigued. I just, you know, again, cautiously optimistic, not putting my hopes up like too high, I guess. Just because, you know, it's going to be tough to deliver this kind of thing without Bray being there. But I'm still excited. I mean, I've been paying attention to these QR codes for so long now. I feel like, why wouldn't I be excited for it?
Yeah, well, the last one said, you refuse salvation. The reckoning is inevitable. And we have the countdown clock. So yeah, we'll see what happens on Raw. Anything else this week you want to talk about before we break down this card? Saving my yeah.
No. Austin Theory might be turning face soon, I guess.
Oh, break me down a little bit because I just read and I only saw little tidbits. Anything?
You know, he's just giving funny looks to Grayson. Grayson's trying to like act like he's the guy in the team and shit. You know, I guess they're planning on doing a DIY and Grayson and Theory match, but you know, I'm gonna say this. This has to be DIY. Like whenever that match does happen, like DIY has to win. They've been in this situation way too many times from Raw. Like, they got to fucking win. And I feel like there was a pivot. A pivot was made because the last time they had a Raw tag title match, they, Johnny shook hands with the Miz and R-Truth, but Tommaso Ciampa like didn't, and it made me feel like there might be a little bit of a heel turn there, and a la NXT back in the day.
Back,
but then they move them to SmackDown, and now everything's hunky dory, okie dokie. So I feel like there was like a audible there, and I feel like that has to be a thing. Like, they have to win the tag titles.
like probably first match, Money in the Bank, nonsense, retain, win them at SummerSlam, maybe.
Oh, because isn't Johnny like from Cleveland?
Yes. There you go, too. Yeah, but me just saying that too, I was just like the SummerSlam feel good moment. Like, they probably have a match of Money in the Bank, shenanigans, whatever. Even some like maybe more allusion to like the breakup of A-Town Down Under, or like something between, but they still retain. And then SummerSlam, they lose the titles, and then they could even after that the turn could even happen, and then I don't know
They
how
could do like a multi-tag match at SummerSlam, kind of like
Yeah.
they did at me. Although, I mean, do you want to rehash the ladder match bit?
Yeah, and then also you just maybe want DIY to have that big moment where it's not like convoluted with all these other teams, but
Yeah. Any thoughts on the Money in Bank winners yet? Are we there yet? Can we start speculating? Or?
well, we tried to like 2 weeks ago trying to make like, and it seems, I mean, the men's ones like seems obvious because it's like the only dude who came out for it and doesn't need like a qualifier match. It's just like, all right, well, is he just gonna win Money in the Bank then? So right now they've given me nothing to believe that anyone else is going to win it except Jey Uso. So, but also I think he's the only one announced for it. But also, I mean, at this point,
I think he's trying to qualify for it.
I thought they just announced. I thought he announced.
No, because they're definitely having qualifying matches.
And that's what I heard. There's qualifying matches. I was like, so wait,
I know Jay's gonna have one, and I know Carmelo's gonna have one
against each other.
Separate. They're on separate shows.
Who's Carmelo He
feuds with LA Knight.
He's with LA Knight right now.
Might do something, but like I feel like that'd be stupid because LA Knight's already kind of feuding with Logan. So like, I mean, I guess you could theoretically have a match between LA and Carmelo and have Logan interfere and cost LA Knight a spot in Money in the Bank, and then that's your SummerSlam thing. But like,
it's got to get to LA Knight in SummerSlam at SummerSlam against Logan Paul, who's also a Cleveland boy.
A lot of Cleveland boys. A lot of Scotland people today too.
Cleveland.
There's like 3 matches involving Europeans. They all can't lose, right?
Well, we'll get into that because that was something I was thinking about too.
Just an update. I am on my main event in picks, by the way.
Wow, the simulation has already got 4. Well, 1 draw, 3 winners.
One draw, 3 winners. Yep.
So we can start this now, and we'll have our.
We could probably. We did good here.
Oh,
a lot to talk about.
All right, let's get into predictions for this show. Which, how far are we away?
About an hour and a half.
All right, predictions for Clash at the Castle.
I was really hoping for a Mel Gibson cameo in that one.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, we probably could have. YouTube doesn't really. They don't.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess there was a copyright thing. I feel like he'd be cool about it.
Yeah, and we get away with basically anything because they don't. They shadow ban us, so we're fine.
The main event has finished.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Oh my
good
god!
show.
All right, we're gonna make some predictions here. We got 5 matches on the card. We do good old confidence points for the good old jaBROni World Championship, which I have, but I don't have in my physical holding.
It's gonna get rectified.
Yeah. So we will. All right. You were saying, so you call it. I usually put these matches in the order of like either of importance that we do them or the main event. But sometimes the main event's like obvious. I'm kind of put them in order of where I think our picks are gonna.
We also usually do like non-title matches first and then title matches after, but all of these are title matches.
They are, yeah. So kind of just more importance.
Yeah, I want to see if I did good.
So you called the first one, so we'll do that one, and then you can guess for the next one. But you got it right. We're starting off with the women's tag title match. We got a 3-way here.
Oh, it's a fucking 3-way?
Yeah.
I thought it was just the witches versus them. I didn't know Shayna and Zoe. Wow. That is I mean, it's not a big deal, but I felt like that's a big wow. I mean, I screwed somebody. But it is what it is.
It is what it is. I screwed somebody. Well, you screwed Zoe and Shayna.
Yeah, I screwed Zoe and Shayna in my game. I'm sorry. Heart.
I'll start this off. Yeah, this isn't really a hard of a breakdown. They're gonna continue the momentum of this tag team.
I don't have reasons for any of these.
They really haven't. I mean, they really haven't lined up the tag division with contenders, and I don't like that they're just squeezing. I get it because of you got to people from Scotland in there, but maybe just this is a normal tag match. I don't think there's not enough established women's tag teams right now. I don't think we need to be doing multi
company, with the exception of TNA, is terrible at establishing women wrestlers. It's just the facts.
It's like they're gonna keep Jade out of the title picture for now, and Bianca's out of the title picture for now. And again, they'll be in there, but they're gonna go on a run with these titles. So I mean, again, she'll be my high money pick all the time, usually up there. So but I got 4 on Jade and Bianca.
Wow. Really? I'm intrigued by your thought process here. I'm at a 5 with Jade and Bianca. This match did end in a draw, but again, didn't have Zoe and Shayna.
I feel like
I'm man enough to admit. I bet
5 and 4s I feel like are just probably interchangeable. I feel like there's 2 matches I feel on this card that could be coin flips potentially. Besides that, I feel like the other 3 are pretty locked in, especially with the way that the road to WrestleMania and people winning rumbles and titles, and they're not certain one people aren't. It's not happening. All right, what would you think that I would put up next?
What I think you would, or what I did on my game?
All right, first, what did you do on your game?
I believe I did Sammy and Chad, but I feel like you're about to throw Bailey and Piper at me.
You're goddamn right, I did.
I don't know why I did Sammy and Chad next, but okay. So in this match, I put Bailey and Piper, and I put Chelsea Green in Piper's corner. I feel like that'll be a thing today.
That's a thing.
I don't have Naomi to put in Bianca's corner. She's not in the game. I don't think she'll be in the corner, nor do I think she will be involved in the match. Maybe she will be.
Or a cooler.
Or a cooler. Bailey came out with the win. I don't know how she won, but I do remember her holding up the title. So my reason for that is my game told me Bailey would win.
That's beautiful insight there.
My game has a fucking bombshell in here, so just letting that out right now.
What are we throwing on that?
Fucking 4.
4.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you got the 5 and the 4 out of the way on.
Yeah.
Why do you think? Okay. Well,
you don't think Bailey? You don't wait? You think Piper?
I'm with you. I have Bailey.
Am I counting wrong? Because
I
you
have
just gave me a
Bailey.
fucking look, man. That look's gonna haunt me. You cocked your head and was like, "Really?"
No. All right, we're fine. I have 3 on Bailey.
I mean, I'm just going down the fucking number line, dude. All right.
Yeah, no, you still have 3 numbers left. You have
no, I know, and I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing.
You got 3, 2, 1. Everything's fine. All right.
I mean, I'm on my 3rd tee, so hey, I know how to count.
What's
I did Sammy and Chad next. Or no, I did Sammy and Chad 2nd, and then I did this match 3rd.
All right, so what do you think I put up as the?
So this is probably Sammy and Chad. Really? No? Wow.
This is why I was kind of because you seem who's starting this? Me? Yeah, right.
Yeah, you. Oh, I see what you're saying. Why didn't I put a 4 on this?
I got 5 on Cody. There's just no way. This is my most confident match. I don't think we're getting I've heard people say, God, using AI for this is running back to Mankind I Quit match. Using it like an AI.
You could do it, man. You could do it, dude.
Part of me now saying it out loud, dear God, I hope it does not happen. But yeah, it's and if they do it, it's not gonna hold. The end of the match is still gonna. Why do I even think it's gonna be an option now?
That's so funny that you think that though. You know what else is funny? You got 4 on this, right?
I got 5 on Cody.
You have oh yeah, right. You got 5 on Cody. Yeah. So strategy, dude. Strategy, okay? I mentioned earlier that my fucking game threw me a bombshell, and that bombshell was AJ Styles claiming the WWE Championship off of Cody Rhodes. So AJ Styles 1 point. Suck it.
Yeah. Was it not a quit match?
It was that's not in the game. It was a straight up 1-on-1.
What the hell? Why does it not have an I Quit match? What are we doing?
It hasn't had an I Quit match since SmackDown 2.
Yeah, I guess how would they go about how did they go about the I Quit match, and did you have to do a button combination or something?
No, all right. So I think the last time I quit was in a game was a SmackDown versus Raw series. You would just you would press the button that you pressed if you were to pin somebody, and this is before voiceovers and stuff. So you would grab a microphone, hit the pin button, and you could just see your guy shove the fucking microphone in his mouth, and it wouldn't even say I quit. It would say submit when it would happen or something. So that's what.
But sometimes you would do it and they just wouldn't say it.
Yeah, they'd hit you or something.
The good old days. All right,
but yeah, AJ Styles could do it, dude. AJ Styles could do it. Cody Rhodes versus anybody doesn't need the title. I'd love to see AJ Styles versus fucking Randy Orton at SummerSlam, not Cody versus Randy Orton at SummerSlam. Kidding me?
This reminds me, though, I think going back to our last predictions. Now, I think you took Team AEW in that match, and if I won by it was very close. It was either a point, and I think if you just put it on the Elite, you would have won, and it was just I
would have loved. I would love a fucking Rock Mankind ending to this match. Have Cody win it back in Toronto or whatever, dude. AJ Styles needs another run, to be honest with you. He's like the greatest wrestler in the world. I'm trying to. If it sounds like I'm trying to convince myself,
Shit, he said it too. He said I quit like several times in the past like week.
Yeah. This has shenanigans written all over it, but this is going to be the best match.
But I feel like it's going to get. I feel like I honestly feel like there's a high percentage something like that's going to happen, but it's not. It's going to get like fixed.
So you think this match is going third? Is it because
no. I don't think it's going third. I think I thought with our picks, I thought we were going to be in agreement on Cody, Bianca and Jade, and Bailey. And
if I didn't let my fucking game fucking decide for me, we probably would have been. But this is good because I would have needed to pick a difference anyway. So,
Yeah, I thought these two were
I think this is it. I think this is our difference, to be honest with you. I think we have the same picks for the rest of them.
See, these are the ones I was debating, like, if we were still locked up right now, these are the ones where if we went and agreed on this one, the next one I'd be like, all right, I might just go the other way with it, just because I feel like they could go either. But I've been doing a lot of thinking about this. So I have scenarios for everyone winning these matches, and I feel like it would all be good, but we'll see what happens. Next up, we're doing the IC title match. Sami Zayn taking on Chad Gable. And you got the floor?
Probably. I mean, I don't have a reason. The reason is what I just told on my TV. This was a clean victory.
Oh, is your game gonna? I don't know the game pick now, so now I don't know.
Yeah, you're not thinking about what I would do. All right, so this is fun. If it were me, I'd probably pick Sami. What did my game do?
Chad Gable won.
Chad Gable won clean as a whistle. I don't know how whistles are clean because they're in your mouth and shit. He did his old German suplex business. It was cool too. He was fucking fired up. He ripped down the straps on the singlet and everything, and he fucking broke Sami's neck basically. Chad Gable is your new Intercontinental Champion. Let's see. I did a 1, I did a 5, and I did a 4. So this will be a 2.
Whew. All right. We have this whole Gunther storyline forever. Sami Zayn is the guy that takes it from him. We've had this storyline interloping with that storyline. Now went into this. We have Otis in the mix here, where we've teased it many times where we think the turn's going to happen. And now if the turn happens, what does that mean? And I feel like I almost have like an interference claim for the next 2 matches now on the way things could go, because I feel like there's going to be shenanigans in both matches. Because all right, I'm gonna say I have Gable. I was gonna throw 1 on Gable, and I kind of, like you said to, like, you would have took Sami. Do we hold off this Otis turn? And I mean, at some point, are we doing like Gable and Otis? And are we continuing with this?
I thought it was a possibility. I could think of a possibility. That's probably why I would have picked Sami. Maybe there's like a big Otis moment in this match. But I also don't want to take from the Sami Chad story, really. Like, we don't need Otis to do that.
And we did, and the thing is that they did it on Raw like a lot. Like, so it's like, is it going to finally happen? And then if it happens, I mean, it's just a DQ then, right? Or if the ref's not looking or something, he could. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with. I have 1 on Gable. I feel like they're gonna put the title on him. I feel like he just re-signed with the company, and I feel like there's.
Did he?
Yes, I think it was just he just
Good for him.
said it either yesterday or the day prior. But
Good for him. Like, he's a fucking goat. He's a really good.
was quoted
He's one of the best on the roster, and he doesn't get the fucking recognition that he deserves. And I think now it's going to be coming. So good for him.
Yeah, he was saying ever since Vince, like with Triple H taking over from the tag team, he could see like his trajectory, like under.
I think a lot of people can say that. I think a lot of people can say that since Vince left, that their trajectory went up there.
Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm gonna stick with the game, but I'm interested to see the story of this. And now this is the one. Here we go. We got Damian Priest.
This fucking has so many zigzag, cross-eyed shit that, like, I'm kind of almost glad I let my video game pick, because I'm just like, first off, love the picture of Damian Priest. Is that what they're actually using? Because
yep,
that's
it's pretty badass.
He's looking majestic.
Do I got this to start?
I think you do.
Yeah. All right. This has, like you just said, all the
zigzags, crossword puzzles, mazes.
If we look at the history of the Clash of the Castle, I mean, we had so many people upset.
Did they skip Clash last year? Like, there wasn't a Clash last year, right?
I don't
because
so.
Drew and Roman happened before WrestleMania 39, right? Because that's when Solo debuted.
Yes.
So they just skipped fucking Clash, dude. All right,
because now it's so. Well, yeah. So last time was Drew lose and singing with Tyson Fury to close
fucking awkward ass ending. I hope they don't do that
again.
Whatever the end of the match is, I hope they don't do that. Tyson just got his fucking face rocked, didn't he?
He lost to, yes, he did lose like 2 weeks ago.
So that wouldn't have the same effect.
And then he also lost to the floor as well. He was like drunk.
They probably think he's crazy. What a crazy person.
So yeah, the history of Castle with Drew, with Roman, the singing and all that stuff, the COVID reign, the coming back in front of fans, losing the title immediately, winning it this year at WrestleMania and losing it immediately. Are we setting up now here for this big Drew McIntyre moment? Some of the best character work he's done ever. All the stars align here.
Yeah, I would think so.
So this is it. This is where all of my theories and whatnot, and this is what it's come to, I think. And
wait a minute. Before you do that, though, before you lay it on me, I mean, we have to talk about the X Factor here. And we all know what the X Factor is.
Oh, he's in the form of
the fucking Pepsi logo. Okay. Do you think there's any he's got to be involved somehow, right? He fucking 100%. Went on TV and literally said, if I gotta go to Glasgow, I'll fucking do it. Like, he said that. I remember that shit.
Here we go. This is what CM Punk is thinking. He will be there. And we've seen now. They could do the angle. I think this is cheap. They could do Punk coming out and inadvertently.
I've heard this.
Priest.
I've heard this.
And
I like it. I love that. I do love it.
Drew McIntyre kissing in the crowd with the title. This is the thing, though. CM Punk wants Drew McIntyre to have that title now because he's ready to come back. And you know what he's going to use as ammunition? He is going to help Drew McIntyre win this title, and he is going to use the storyline with a little asterisk that you wouldn't be champion without me. I was the reason you're the champion. This is another Punk's going to use this title reign again and make it as a joke as all of his other title reigns and use this one as just another fake title reign because the only reason that you're the champion is because I said that you could be champion. Basically, that's the route I'm taking on this. I think regardless of the two storylines at the end of it, I think that Drew McIntyre, if you do the kiss goodbye or Punk helping him and just like I just think Drew leaves as champion. Also, you have to think about SummerSlam and Gunther and who's going to be the champion there. And I just, no offense to Damian Priest at all, I just don't think that a Damian Priest Gunther match right now, and again, this is just my opinion, I don't think that's what would be working for SummerSlam. And again, I mean, none of these guys could be champion by then. There's still time, but I think that's the route that it's going to be going. They haven't had a singles match. They've just been involved in the triple threat.
Point. That's a very good point.
So that would just be McIntyre and Gunther, I think, would be the big match for that specific title at SummerSlam. And then Cody can do whatever they decide they're going to be doing there with whatever, and then someone winning Money in the Bank. You don't know. But yeah, it all goes down to I got 2 on Drew McIntyre winning this title. He's going to have his moment. Fans go nuts. How we get to it, though, will be, but 1,000% CM Punk is there and will be involved.
All right. So, like, I know I had a game decide for me, but I do have thoughts on this match. There's so many options, like, and then like you didn't even mention like the other stuff, and it's cool that you didn't because I got the other stuff. Like you got this whole Judgment Day shit, man.
Yeah, and they're
got going on here. You got all right. So like, there's fucking levels to this shit, man. Like you gotta start with Liv and Dom, their shit. And then you got to go back to this past Monday and you got to think about them all at the table, putting their little hands up like this or whatever they do. And Finn just being the coolest fucking guy ever. Like, Finn is the coolest guy ever. It was the
Why didn't we start with this?
I don't know. It was the unslickest move I've ever seen in my life. They got their fucking hands up, like all in, baby. Let's go. Judgment Day for life on 3. 1, 2, 3. Judgment Day for life. He fucking slips that shit in his pocket. The hotel key card for Liv Morgan, by the way. So like, there's fucking something up there. And
are we gonna get CCTV coverage there?
Is this like GTV? Is Finn? Does Finn have a fucking plan to like cost Damian? Do we get Damian versus Finn for the world title at SummerSlam? Or I guess not.
Live sex show.
You know, like there's so many fucking levels to this. Like it's fucking insane. Like these are things that you have to think of. I agree. I don't think Damian and Gunther is a match that is sexy. I think Drew versus Gunther is sexier, but I also don't think Drew versus Gunther could happen. I think Drew and Punk, maybe in like a street fight at SummerSlam, is probably the way to go. But at the same time, if this were a Vince ran company right now, I feel like that would be the way to go. Triple H, I think, likes that slow burn. But yeah, I mean, you have to pay it off at some point, though. You have to pay it off at some point because I'm assuming Punk is going to be in a main event at WrestleMania 41. For all I know, that could be Drew versus Punk for the world title. Kind of where my head's at. With that all being said, the game is the one that's deciding these things. And this was a fucking doozy. It was a clean match. up until midway. And then Finn Balor came out. This is in the game. All right. Finn Balor came out. Drew was distracted by his theme music. And Finn came from behind. And he did the, was it Sunday, Bloody Sunday? The reverse DDT does, Bloody Sunday or whatever. It's either the Bloody Sunday or the 1916. I forget which one. He nailed that. And then Drew came over, put an arm over. But Damian kicked out. But then Drew hit the Claymore for the 1-2-3. So Drew's going to win. And I think I have 3 points left over. So I'm going to put 3 on Drew McIntyre. If it were me, though, I would be probably leaning towards Damian, honestly. I think Punk and Drew is going to happen without the title first. I know. I just saw that. It's crazy. I think Punk and Drew is going to happen without the title first. And I don't know. I think Damian and Gunther would be kind of like a mid to undercard match at SummerSlam, honestly. Because I think Cody versus Randy is going to main event SummerSlam. I'm getting the feeling that Roman or The Rock would be back. Like, I really don't think Roman and Rock will be back for SummerSlam.
No, I would Roman Reigns. I would just let him be gone for build that.
So you would need like a big match for Cody, and I think Randy is that match, which is a whole nother story in and of itself with Kevin Owens and Randy being buddies and shit. So if it were me deciding, I'd probably pick Damian Priest to beat Drew McIntyre, and also because of CM Punk. Like, I don't think you're going to bring CM Punk over and have him not cost him the title unless Punk, fuck it has to be carbon copy of SummerSlam, was it 97 of Shawn Michaels hitting Taker with the chair instead of Brett. Like, it has to be carbon copy of that. So
Well, all right. What about this? So I was always thinking if Punk gets involved, there's a ref bump and shenanigans happen, and the ref comes.
Definitely, there's gonna be over under like 1.5 ref bumps today for sure.
The Heat. Do you think they would have the balls to do a DQ finish?
No, that'd be stupid. No, Triple H wouldn't. Vince would. Triple H wouldn't. I have a lot of faith in Triple H. If you couldn't tell,
just that, and it, like
Triple H is the coolest guy ever, and he knows what we kind of want. There's no shot there'd be a DQ finish.
Just like Punk comes in, hits Damian Priest in a chair, just leaves.
Brother. All right, so now that you say that, Triple H is worried about his East Coast friends and his West Coast friends. He's not worried about what's going to happen on the other end of the world. If this were in like an East or West Coast place where we'd have to go to sleep right away, knowing that this match ended in a DQ and sleep on that shit, he wouldn't do it. But because this show is going to end at like 5:00, we're going to have some time to take in. He's going to have his little media scrub too. So maybe that could happen, but I don't think it will happen. I don't. But
just throwing it out there.
You could, because we're gonna be fucking, in some cases, drunk and.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the levels of just screwing Drew over more, and just like go all the way.
There's no way they do it 2 times. Where was the last time? Where was Clash of the Castle last time? Was it? It wasn't in It wasn't in Scotland. It was in somewhere else, wasn't it?
Glasgow? What Glass? Was it Glasgow?
No, that's this year. What was Clash of the Castle 2023?
It was the green. It had the green. It was blue, and instead of the blue, it was green. I remember green and red. That's about all I remember.
I remember there was a block party on my street, and there was like a bunch of ratchet people. It was in Wales, Cardiff.
Cardiff, yes.
Yeah, and like having twerk contests on my block. I'm on a better block now.
Well,
No twerk contests. If anything, they're geriatric. There's like we actually on our block parties now. We like have like all the old people with canes and walkers and shit have a race around the cul-de-sacs and see who wins.
wow.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's actually very nice. Is the winner gets a liver transplant. So it's for a good cause.
Give me odds. Give me
Yeah,
odds.
no, I will. There's one with a fucking a crazy name that you would actually see at the Belmont Stakes. I forget what his name is, but you would. Good for him.
So we're locked in for predictions.
So what? I'm basically like hoping AJ Styles pulls out a fucking rabbit out of his ass.
I'll run down. I have 5 on Cody, 4 on Bianca and Jade, 3 on Bailey, 2 on Drew, and 1 on Chad.
All right. Oh, okay. I'm really upset that you went with Chad and Drew. To be honest with you, I thought at least one of them you'd be.
I was leaning Drew. I just feel like is the right move, just with his momentum and everything. Because the Chad Gable one, I don't know.
You gotta give him his flowers eventually, and they're not really like Sammy's. The moment at Mania was awesome. It was great. It was a top Mania moment in my opinion. I mean, I can say this now. I was there, so it was a top Mania moment for sure. But like the reign in itself, how has it been? Is it one you will remember? Has it been one you will remember? Like you can do stuff with that Intercontinental title. And also, we've been spoiled with these long title reigns. It's okay for somebody not to have a year-long reign with a title. Yeah. Like, it's okay. As long as it's not a champion in June, a champion in July, and a champion in August. Like a different, you don't want to hot potato the title.
Double WCW days here.
Yeah, like Zayn's had a respectable reign, I feel like, as a champion. You're able to do stuff with it. And I think I feel like a lot of people, if Chad does win, a lot of people are going to go on Twitter with the keyboard and, they didn't even have fucking Sammy hold it for a year or 6 months.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to do that, and it's fucking sucks. But like at the same time, you gotta realize the 2 people that have had like a year-long reign are generational talents. I mean, I feel even bad talking about Gunther being a generational talent because I didn't even watch him in his like old fucking indie days as Walter. Like I was introduced to Walter when he was in NXT, not even in NXT UK, just NXT. So these are like very special talent, and then Roman Reigns, of course, very special talents that have, very special talents that had those titles long. So it is okay not to have year-long title reigns for everybody. I mean, I don't expect Miz and R-Truth to hold the tag titles for a year. I don't expect.
I thought they were losing them on Monday.
I thought who did they face Monday?
The AOP. I was like,
they're
trying to do something.
Well, you know what though? Like when in AOP's first stint, I feel like that they would have won. That's just a whole confusing thing in and of itself. That whole Final Testament business.
They're still trying to do that, Zate. They're still trying to. Now people are starting to make video. All this stuff that we were talking about. What they're all starting. We planned this all out. I think it was last episode. We went in depth with the New Day and thoughts of maybe this isn't a bad idea. They're still teetering with what.
Yeah, a little bit. They're
going into it more. Also,
I'm almost on board. Like I'm almost like maybe they will do it, but not yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, like year-long title reigns and stuff, that's not the norm. It's not the norm. So, and I also think, you know, this has probably like 1% to do with it. But in a UFC, you know, you got the partnership with UFC and the Endeavor and shit. And in UFC, is anything guaranteed? Anything can happen. Title changes can happen just like that. So I'd like to think that they have that mindset. Like anything can happen just like that. New champion out of nowhere. So I hope while watching these shows, not just this show, but Raws, SmackDowns, pay-per-views, whatever, PLEs, people have that mind. Like, anything can happen. Anything can happen. And you're going to find that out today. You're going to find that out at NXT this Tuesday when fucking Joe Hendry walks out there and the Hardy Boys walk out there. He's still not showing up. I've mentioned his name 10 times. It's not happening. It's the most it's been mentioned this in the 4 years we've been doing this show.
And Tokyo. Now
I started rambling, and I have no idea where I was going. Basically, what I'm saying is, Chad should win the Intercontinental title.
all right, let's get out of this prediction stuff then, and then we got
Yeah,
some
let's
more
get out of
predictions
Scotland,
to do
please.
before we get out of here. No, get the hell out of here. Give me that. All right. So before we get out of here, it's time. I've been brewing this up since we didn't go last week. And I was going to do it because it happened the weekend prior. But it's that time. It's time for jaBROni of the week.
Johnny Cena went to town riding on a pony.
What happened?
It just doesn't want to. I don't know.
Johnny Cena went to town riding on a pony. Rock stuck a feather up his ass and called him a jaBROni.
Oh, what a heel turn.
Are we live?
Yeah. Should I told you that sooner before you said?
Well, no, it's because I saw the intro go up for jaBROni of the week, and then it didn't fucking go up.
Yeah, it's all right. I was brewing, so this
Yeah,
year's back.
You seem like you got some pent up frustration real quick.
I was upset, and I won. I had so UFC 302 happened 2 weekends ago. I was going to go to the event. I was looking at tickets. There were nosebleeds.
Where was this at?
2 rows. Prudential Center.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We've had 2 weekends
discussions
ago.
about this.
And my man Strickland was the co-main event. He was fighting Costa. So this fight goes down, and of course, Sean Strickland just dominant. It was a 5-round non-title fight, middleweight. First round, second round, third round, fourth round. Maybe I would say maybe in the 5th round, maybe Costa won that round. So regardless, 4-1 in rounds. This goes to my jaBROni of the weeks now, because I'm Dave Torelli. We're gonna. So they're saying the announcement for the fight with the 3 judges after 5 rounds. One of the judges scores it like 49-46 for Strickland. And then all of a sudden it says Dave Torello scores the contest 49-46 Costa. And I just am like, they usually, if there's a split decision, they'll name one and then the other one and wait for the third one. And at this point, I'm losing my fucking mind. I just watched Sean Strickland destroy this dude, walking, and Costa just kept backing up for 4 of the 5 rounds for the most part. And one of these judges just literally gave him, all right. So when I said in the beginning, I said that Strickland won the first 4 rounds, maybe lost the 5th. This guy has it flipped and he had Costa winning 1, 2, 3, and 4, and Strickland winning the 5th. The complete opposite of what I have. Strickland winning 4, and everybody else had this as well. This isn't like a. I think I have the quick clip here, which I will play of Dana White even.
Co-main event, Sean Strickland beat Paulo Costa. There's kind of a weird judges scorecard that they gave it to Paulo. I think
Love
was
the
weird.
act.
It was fucking nuts. It's insane. That guy should never ref a big fight again. They should kick him back down to the minor leagues and let him work on his judging. It's unbelievable. I mean, how anybody who isn't an absolute fucking lunatic could call that fight a split decision. I don't even know what to say about that. It's insane. That guy shouldn't be judging big fights.
That's not a shot at the ref. That's a shot at the judge.
The judge.
Where do they come up with these judges anyway? You know,
the committee. And again, when there's money involved and all this stuff, and again, I did hit. But the fact that it was even a question, and again, I can't add on to any more of it than what Dana White also backed me up on it. The guy who runs the fucking company. So Dave Torelli, you are my jaBROni of the past 2 some weeks, and I swear to God, I will be looking at you. I'm looking out for you. We have an event later on today, UFC. I swear to God, I better not see you judging anything whatsoever on this. You go to the PFL, Bellator, wherever. Stay the fuck out of the UFC. Dave Torelli, you scumbag. jaBROni of the week.
very nice.
Weeks.
Very nice. Well deserved. I don't try to jip you guys or you people. Your turn. In my jaBROni of the week. And I'm not gonna lie. The last 2 weeks or however long it's been since we did the show, I have not had anyone piss me off to the point where I would make a jaBROni of the week. Until last night. Coming in at overtime. Coming in the clutch. Check it out. Let me set the scene for you. None of you will know what I'm talking about at first, but then you will. We decided to, I don't know why. Me and Dana have been big on farms recently. Animals. I think it's because we have a child, and she likes to touch dirty shit. So we decided to go to a farm. It's called PlayWiki Farm. It's not even really a farm. It's in Feasterville. It's more of a food truck / vendor situation. These
A place
people
that has
who,
a lot of grass.
a lot of crafty shit, and people pay for their spots and they set up their tents and shit.
Vending. Yeah.
It was more like that, but there's food trucks there, and there was a petting section of animals. There's goats, there's rabbits, there's turtles. I don't know who's petting a turtle. There's a cow that you'd probably find on Kensington. There's not a cow. It's not you think cow, you think white, black, and shit. Whatever. This cow had fucking straggly ass hair. There was flies all over the place on them. If you picked up the hair, you would see the cow part of it, but this cow wasn't a fucking cow. It was a fucking Kensington cow. It was fucking weird. There was rabbits, goats, and all that, and there was a deer which was in a cage with a bunch of goats. So I don't think the deer was supposed to be there. I think a lot of these animals were kidnapped. But anyway, that's besides the point. A deer with goats. I don't know. So anyway, this was cut short because fucking a storm happened in that area. Pretty bad. It started at 5. We got there at 10 after 5. We were gone by 5:45 because they were telling people to take down their tents and shit. All right. Oh. So here I am thinking, maybe fucking we're gonna go home, call it a night. Maybe I'll go over to my brother's house. Fucking, he's going through some shit. Let's like do that. And then my lovely wife decided, we haven't been out in a while, so why don't we do something? So we were in Feasterville. What the fuck? She decided that we were gonna go to Bolero. However you decide. This is where you will know what I'm talking about. Bolero. Probably didn't know what Play Wiki Farm is, because I didn't know what it was, and I've been there twice. Still didn't know what it was yesterday. Service, man. Fucking service, dude. Fucking awful. Now, I've been in a service situation. I've been in the retail business. And I get it. I fucking get it. But man, fuck, dude. First off, all we want to do is eat right now. Worry about bowling, worry about fucking arcades, worry about air hockey later, worry about the Phillies later. All I wanted to do, and I've been on a diet, all I wanted to do was cheat my fucking ass off and eat some fucking greasy ass, disgusting for your body food. And we got there probably at like 6 o'clock. Ordered our food at 10 after 6. I don't think we started eating until like 7:30. I don't think, and it was because there was inexperience there. Motherfucker, my wife just ordered a pizza and some wings. That's it. Wings were burnt. Pizza was shitty. I'm pretty sure I burnt the top of my mouth off, and like I was like sitting there like ripping pieces off of my mouth, off of the roof of my mouth. It was that fucking burnt. And then my wife, as lovely as she is, forgot to order us drinks, which is crazy in hindsight, because that fucking pizza and the wings were like scorching. So I went up, hey, let me get 2 Starries and let me get a Mountain Dew. And again, this is the part where like I understand, but at the same time, I'm not in the retail business anymore, so fuck you. Hit the wrong button. Oh, I need a void. Can't go on the sale without a void. If you try to void too many things, you need like a manager approval. And manager, man, took forever to do a void. Finally, maybe like 5 minutes. That's a long time in retail service, I think, right?
I'm going to get a soda real quick.
Just to get soda. I'm just ordering drinks. I'm not ordering food. I'm just ordering drinks. Yeah. I see the dispenser right there. I see it in my eye line. Needs a void. Can't charge me. So he charged me for like a Dole strawberry lemonade or whatever. Didn't order that. I guess there's a price difference. So I'm like, all right. Manager comes in, does the void. That's 5 minutes after that whole situation happened. So what does this guy do next? The cashier, not the manager. What's the cashier do next? Charges me for hot tea. Oh, fuck. Need another void. Cool. Another fucking 10 minutes goes by before I get another void. Like, all right. It's fucking bullshit. I am now looking at Dana, who's across from me. It's like, I'm giving her the eyes, like, let's fucking go here. I didn't want to, full disclosure, I didn't want to be at Bolero, because I just didn't feel like fucking bowling. You know, didn't feel like bowling. Didn't feel like doing any of that. But you know, it's true. We don't go out often as a family, really. So I was like, fuck it. So manager comes back, voice again, you know, whatever. Finally get our drinks, fucking down that shit, whatever. We're ready for bowling. We're finally ready to get to the bowling. I didn't finish my pizza because it never fucking cooled down. It was fucking awful, and I don't know the science in ripping off pieces of the roof of your mouth, but you know, I didn't want to keep doing it, so I stopped doing that.
Some say it's still scorching right now.
I feel it sometimes. Her wings were burnt as fuck. Like, I'm not a wing guy, so like, you know, but I've seen wings. I know what they're supposed to look like, and they did not look like what they looked like last night. I've never seen black wings before, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, besides, I think she ate one wing out of like 10, and she didn't fucking like no.
Probably all expensive
you know,
as shit too.
Yeah, I don't even know what she's going through. She's not speaking, which is weird for her in front of us. So like, she might not even be able to use her mouth. So we're ready for bowling. We're ready to get our shoes. And we get to the front of the line. Like, the line's moving like flawlessly. We get up to the front of the line. What's the fucking guy do? Disappears for 20 fucking minutes. We don't get to fucking bowl till like 8 o'clock. And I'm like, we got a fucking kid who is probably tired right now, who's never bowled in her life, doesn't know what bowling is. And we're waiting till 8 o'clock just to fucking bowl 60s and 70s and 80s. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, is it?
I would have lost it probably.
What
At
are we
that moment.
doing here? And as nice as a guy who was supposed to give us our shoes and shit was, you know, like experienced he's sharing his experiences with kids and shit. And I'm like, cool. Let's fucking move it, please. Just a god awful experience. The one good experience I had was when I went to the bar to get some adult beverage. The bartender was how do I put it nicely, severely handicapped, I would say. Like, his knees bend in ways that shouldn't fucking bend, you know? Like, if this was a knee, it doesn't do this. It like pops out here, you know, like he fucking can't walk, but he can fucking make a fucking drink. It was the most delicious drink I think I ever had. So
That's good.
Kudos to him. He's not part of this. I didn't even catch a name, but he's not part of this. We start bowling, and you know, Sophia's 4. We tried, but she was guttering it. She was guttering the balls, you know, like we were pushing it. She can't pick up the ball. She can't roll the ball. She can't throw the ball. So we were pushing the ball down the lane. At some point, we decided, you know what? We need a fucking ramp. We need a ramp.
Yeah.
Push the ball down and goes there. You know?
Yep.
Ask a person, hey, lane 18, need a ramp. Took 10 minutes to get a fucking ramp out there. We had to go back and ask for a ramp again to get a ramp out there. And at this point, I'm over it. I've won one game. We've paid for 2. I don't even feel like playing the second game. That's totally an excuse as to why I lost the second game to Dana. But still, it was probably... I don't have a lot of experience with bad service, and maybe that is because I've been in the service industry, and I tend to overlook it. That was up there as some of the worst service I've ever had. To the point where
literally
I had zero interest in going to Bolero as it was. I really don't have any interest in going back. I think I went there for my 21st birthday when it was the Brunswick Zone, I believe it was called.
I went when it was Brunswick Zone for like when I was 20 something. We went and drank and
Yeah.
played laser tag.
My family took me for my 21st birthday, and that was, from what I recall, pretty good time. Again, I was 21 though. I was probably hammered off my ass. So I have no desire to like go back there ever. Like ever.
Donnie
And
Park.
I didn't even
Same
mention
thing.
I immediately thought of your Dorney Park situation.
It's just like
And,
I would never.
I didn't even get into the arcade stuff. We went to the arcade and their little fucking card that they put points on didn't fucking work half the time. It was a pretty fucking bad situation. Meanwhile, I'm watching the Phillies game on any TV that I can, and like, you know, they're going through that shit and it's extra innings, and I'm trying to pay attention, but I'm also trying to fucking not lose my fucking shit over Bolero of all places. Just an awful situation. So Bolero, I'm about to cost you some fucking money here. Don't fucking go there. They're pieces of shit. All right, well, you're not pieces of shit. It's probably a bad night overall. Just improve your shit, all right? Like, come on now. I shouldn't have to wait 10 minutes for a ramp for a kid who doesn't even want to play the fucking bowling, you know? Like, I shouldn't have to be picking up debris of my mouth from your pizza.
Don't ball with those Yeah, those big things that have all that shit.
Dana said it perfectly. She said last night we probably would have been better off just going to Thunderbird.
Right, I was just gonna say, go to Thunderbirds, go to one of those like just the smaller ones where all you do is bowling.
Yeah, no laser tagging, no arcades, no fucking
even Busters, all that shit. When you go bowling there, it's all overpriced. All the food's overpriced. It's
my god, it's awful, man. I want a fucking sampler like they have at Applebee's. Fucking a sampler was like $40 there. Like, what are you talking about? Fuck off.
Oh,
yeah, nah. And I don't think, and like, God bless Dana, you know, like she you know, she's trying to entertain us. I just don't think she knew what to expect, you know, like I was telling her, like, look, man, if this pizza don't fucking get here in like 10 minutes, fucking we're out of here. But she just paid $45 for a pizza and wings. Like, you know, it's fucking pretty wild.
You're stuck by the balls.
Yeah, man. Don't really make sense. Can't. But Bolero is my jabroni of the week. Don't go there.
Johnny Cena went to town riding on a pony. Rock stuck a feather up his ass and called him a jabroni.
Oh yeah. Well,
They're doing a nice little tribute to William Regal on a Peacock right now.
Wait, is this like the pre-show?
Yeah. Pre-show as well.
Oh. We got it. Are they doing any pre-show matches?
No. I don't think so. They're just like sucking William Regal's dick right now, and it's pretty awesome.
All right. Well, yeah, we're gonna get ready to go watch this show. Before we get out here, you guys can check out all episodes of the jaBROnis over on the YouTube channel. Everything, all the descriptions are in the info there. You follow us on X. We're streaming right now on YouTube, X, and on Twitch. So we got people in here. So what's up? Thank you for watching live. And if you want to, again, on Spotify afterwards, Apple Podcast, all those feeds. The past month and a half has been a little on and off weekends with shows, but hopefully we will be consistent with every week. We're year 4 of
we should be on next week, I think, right? Like,
we'll be back.
We got a Phillies game next Friday? There's next Friday we're going to a Phillies game, I think.
Next Friday's my party. I got I'm taking Brady to go see Kid Leroy.
Okay, I've heard of that name. I've heard of the name, not the music, but I've heard of the name.
Some Justin Bieber-ish looking dude who like.
Oh yeah, no, he's had a couple songs with Justin Bieber actually. Now that you say that.
So I got seats for him and his buddy to go to the
I'm sorry.
I call him Kid Lario.
Lario.
So we're going to see Kid Lario on Friday, and then hell yeah, we got on Thursday, and then we got the Phils.
Oh, I was gonna say, wait, is Phillies game on Saturday or Friday? Fuck. I don't even
Nah,
know.
yeah, Thursday, and then we got Diamondbacks.
Little bit of a revenge piece. Hopefully the jet lag is gone by then, because right now we're in a little bit of jet lag. I hope that's what the excuse is.
I'm hoping the lineup is a little bit more cleaned up by next week. Hopefully we got Momar should be back, and we should be back.
Trey should be back. You know, like we should be good to go.
We pulled it off last night. I was watching the game and then went and was doing other things.
I had zero faith last night, man. I really did.
After that, I had action on the Phillies, and then I just saw the stream was like on I saw they went in a delay, and I was just like, oh, of course, like they tied the game, and then the play at home, they call him safe then, and then instantly we're in a delay again. I'm just like, oh God, here we go. But they pulled it out. And what time are they on today?
4 o'clock. So
they're early. Yeah,
channel surfing.
We got some UFC to look at, some MLB, but everybody enjoy Clash of the Castle. We'll be back next week to talk all about it.
Also, a happy Father's Day to all, or happy Father's Day weekend to all who have fathers and who are fathers. I guess. Yeah, no, me too, man. It's the forgotten holiday, you know. We just go to work.
Take it easy tomorrow. Don't go too crazy. Enjoy your Saturday today, because
no one mow a lawn tomorrow. No one mow a lawn this weekend. It's your weekend. Okay,
enjoy it now. Go watch wrestling. They're gonna make you do stuff tomorrow. You know it. So go sit down. Go crack some beers. Watch Castle. Enjoy it.
Done next weekend. All right.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Enjoy the show. jaBROnis. Out.
jaBROni, jaBROni, XYZ, ABC. Oh, it doesn't matter how you spell jaBROni.
We don't believe you, jaBROni. We don't believe you, jaBROni.